Adventures. I'm Jenny. That's Julietta. And I am going to be reading part 2 of chapter 3. Let's begin. He was indefatigable. He formed the egg production committee for the hens, the clean tails leg for the cows, the Wild Comrades Re-Education Committee. Of this was to tame the rats and rats, the wider movement for the sheep, and various others. Instituting classes in reading and writing. On the whole, these projects were a failure. The attempt to tame the wild creatures, for instance, broke down almost immediately. They continued to behave very much as before, and when treated with generosity, simply took advantage of it. The cat joined the Re-Education Committee and was very active in it for some days. She was seen one day sitting on a roof and talking to some sparrows who were just out of her reach. She was telling them that all animals were now comrades, and that any sparrow who chose to come and perch on her paw. But the sparrows kept their distance. The reading and writing class, however, were a great success. By the autumn, almost every animal on the farm was literate in some degree. As for the pigs, they could already read and write perfectly. The dogs learned to read fairly well, but were not interested in reading anything except the 7 Commandments. Muriel, the goat, could read somewhat better than the dogs, and sometimes used to read to the others on the evening some scraps of newspaper on the rubbish heap. Benjamin could read as well as any pig, but never exercised his factuality. So far as he knew, he said there was nothing worth reading. The whole alphabet, but could not put the words together. Could not get beyond the letter D. He would trace out A, B, C, D in the dust with his hoof, and then he would stand staring at the letter with his ears back, sometimes shaking his forelock, trying with all his might to remember what came next, and never succeeded on several occasions. Indeed, he learned E, F, G, but by the time he knew them, it was always discovered that he had forgotten A, B, C, D. Decided to be content with the first 4 letters and used to write them out once or twice every day to refresh his memory. Molly refused to learn any but the 6 letters which spelt her own name. She would form these very neatly out of pieces of twig, and would be decorate them with flaxwork or two, and walk around them admiring them. None of the other animals on the farm could get further than the sheep. The sheep. The other animals on the farm could get further than the letter A. It was found that the stupider animals, such as the sheep, hens, and ducks, were unable to learn the 7 commandments by heart. After much thought, Snowball declared that the 7 commandments could, in effect, be reduced to a single maximum, namely, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. This, he said, contained the essential principle of animalism. Whoever had thoroughly grasped it would be safe from human influences. First objected, since it seemed to them that they also had 2 legs. But Snowball proved them that this was not so, that they also had 2 legs. Since it seemed to them that they also had 2 legs, but Snowball proved to them that this was not so. A bird's wing, comrade, he said, is an organism of propulsion, and not of pollution. It should therefore be regarded as a leg. The distinguishing mark of man is the hand, the instrument which does all his mischief. Not understand Snowball's long words, but they accepted his explanation, and all the other humbler animals set to work to learn the new maximum by heart. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad was inscribed on the end of the barn above the 7 commandments in bigger letters. When they had once got it by heart, the sheep developed a great liking for this maxim, and often as they laid in the field, they would all start beating 4 leg good, 2 leg bad. 4 leg good, 2 legs bad, and kept it up for hours on end, never growing tired of it. Napoleon took no interest in Snowball's committees. He said that the education of the young was more important than anything that could be done for those who were already grown up. It happened that Jessie and Bluebell had both whelped soon after the hay harvest, giving birth between them to 9 sturdy puppies. They were blind. Napoleon took them away from their mothers, saying that he would make himself responsible for their education. He into a loft, which he could be reached by a ladder from the harness room, and were kept them in a situation that the rest of the farm soon forgot their existence. Where the milk went to was soon cleared up. It was mixed every day into the pig's mash. The early apples now ripening. The grass of the orchard was littered with windfalls. That assumed as the matter of course pigs would be shared out equally one day. However, the order went forth that all the windfalls were to be collected and brought to the harness room for the use of the pigs. Some of the other animals murmured, but it was no use. All the pigs were in a full agreement on the point. Even Snowball and Napoleon Squealer was sent to make the necessary explanation for the others. He cried, "You do not imagine. I hope that we pigs are doing this in a spirit of selfishness and privilege. Actually dislike milk and apples. I dislike them myself. Your sole object in taking these things is to preserve your health. Milk and apples, this has been proved by science, comrades. That's absolutely necessary to the well-being of a pig. Our brain workers, the whole management and organization of the farm depends on us. Tonight, we are watching over your welfare. It is for your sake that we drink that milk and eat those apples. Do you know what would happen if we pigs failed in our duty? Jones would come back. Yes, Jones. Yes, Jones would come back. Surely, comrades, cried Squealer almost pleadingly. Sighed and whisking his tail. Surely there is no one among you who wants to see Jones come back. Now, if there was one thing the animals were completely certain of, it was that they did not want Jones back. When it was put to them in their light, they had no more to say. The importance of keeping the pig's good health was all too obvious. Without further argument, that the milk and the windfall apples, and also the main crop of apples, when they ripened, should be reserved for the pigs alone. End of chapter 3. So please like and subscribe so we can get to 1,000 subscribers so we can start beekeeping. Julietta? Boop! Bye bye.
I've already been done.
Oh, cool.
Say that again. Boop! Dad, say that again. No, the other thing.
Make the world a better place, one person and one moment at a time. That's our motto.
Yep. Okay, now I can say bye-bye. Bye-bye. You'll show up there for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'll disappear. Boop. Bye-bye.